Hi, this is AP Reviews here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Easy at Home blood pressure monitor. Um, this is advertised as having a large LCD, large numbers. It lets anyone able to easily read the uh, measurements on it. Has a three-color backlight, and that backlight is actually used, the different colors, as part of one of the other features that it is able to indicate different levels of hypertension, and stores multiple users. You can have two separate users with the device, and it has memory for up to 60 measurements for each user. And then it's also said to be able to indicate an irregular heartbeat. So we're going to open it up and check that out. See what it looks like. This device uses AA batteries. I wasn't sure if they were included, so I've got them ready here. And it also can use an AC adapter if you're going to have it stationary a lot, but that is definitely not included. So it comes with a nice little case here, just something basic. Handle. Seems decently made. Nice sturdy zipper. It's always good to see. Good packaging. So we've got the cuff here, and it does come with batteries. That's good to see. Here's the actual device. So I can give you a measurement here. It's about 5.5 inches tall when it sits down. You're looking at almost 3 inches there, and then what we got, 3.5 to 4 inches across. So, got your battery compartment here. We'll use the included batteries with this. Let's pop them in there. Alright. We'll power it up. See how that goes. Here's where your AC adapter would go. It's a 6-volt adapter. You should be able to use any 6-volt adapter. Let's see, it's starting up there. Looks like it's set for a year, so you can just put times in there. And I'll be going through the instructions in a bit. But it looks like your cuff goes in right here. You got some rubber feet, keep it from sliding around. Looks like that'll work pretty well. It's fairly well balanced, so you shouldn't have to worry about this getting knocked over, falling off things. It's pretty well made. It's plastic, but I think it should hold up to anyone that's going to be using this. You wouldn't often be using this around a small child. They'll be thrown around. So, I will try it out and we'll see how it goes. I've already got it attached here. You can see I've just pressed the start button and it's counting up, and what you can't actually hear here is the cuff is inflating right now as the systolic number there is rising, and you can see my heartbeat has come in now. It's keeping track of that, and it will continue a little past what your actual measurement is. You'll see it getting there right now, and then it'll drop back down and show you what it actually is with your beats per minute. Now, operation-wise, I found this to work very well. In a easy sense, pretty simple. You start by holding the set button. Get it to come on the first time, and continue hitting set to get through each of the numbers here to set the time. So year, month, day. You hit the mem button to increment those. I don't know what would happen if you went over the year, and then I don't know how far it'd take to cycle back, but just go through these, hit set each time, do the same for setting the time, and then you can pick the units you want to use, and it will say done. and shut off. And what you do to turn it on, well, I guess first of all I should point out, the switching between users is pretty simple, because you just hit set, and here you go, user 1, user 2, and then anything you do from that point on goes to that user. So both my wife and I have tried it. I'm user 1 and my wife is user 2, and so if you are on 1 and you wait for that to, well, maybe I can just hit it. There you go, hit memory. It starts out with your average reading. So I've done maybe 5 or 6 measurements. We'll see in a second. It indicates average here. And then, systolic, diastolic. You've got 132 over 81 is my average. And if you hit this again, the memory button, it'll cycle through. You can see 3 of 5 readings, 4 of 5, 5 of 5, and 1 of 5 is always the latest reading. And then it will give you the date that reading was on. And remember, this will store up to 60 records, so that's a fair amount of useful information if you need to be taking your blood pressure. Now, also, my wife is a registered nurse, and she took my blood pressure the manual way with her cuff and stethoscope to hear my heartbeat. And she said that this was accurate. And yes, she has also mentioned that she wants to make me a doctor's appointment because she thinks it's too high. Not a fan of that. But what you see here is it's blue, and this is the color you should be seeing. You can see this green indicator, yellow, orange, red, and this is a this arrow here indicates what or where you fall in, I guess, a scale of hypertension, where yellow would be pre-hypertension, and then orange and red obviously be worse, and you want to fall in green, and I am borderline according to the instructions. My wife claims I'm a little over. If you haven't figured out, you get pulses per minute here too. But what it'll do is it's got the 3 colors, blue, then I believe it was yellow and red. But either way, as this arrow goes up, the major color here, the main backlight, will change color based on your reading. So if someone's using this that doesn't have good eyesight, detail-wise, to maybe see the numbers or this arrow, just the color can indicate to them if there are any issues. And then, if you back out here, hit 2, and you can memory, and you can go through the other person's. My wife's only taken 1 measurement. She's doing much better than I am. But there you go. I'd say this, this is great for anyone who's going to need to be taking their pressure or blood pressure. Attaching the cuff is pretty simple. There's instructions, but what you want to do is get it around your upper arm. You want to be sitting down, your arm resting, and then you tighten this to the point where you can, get 1 finger under there. I keep it pretty tight, but just not too hard to get 1 finger in. And I've gotten consistent measurements at the, per session, if you will. It's going to change from day to day based on your activities, time between sessions. But so far, I've found it to be very consistent. As I said, my wife checked, and she found it to be accurate. So, I've not found any cons about this. Only uses the 4 batteries that it comes with, so you can take this right out of the package, pop the cuff in there, hit start. Now, once you set the time, but hit start, you've got a blood pressure. I don't know how that can be any easier to use. And with something like this, you don't want it to be complicated. You want anyone to be able to handle it. So I would recommend that you try this out if you are in need of a regular checking of your blood pressure. Thank you.